stay tuned. I'm gonna show you a tutorial on how to get, actually never mind.
Come on!
Did you finish both of us?
Slide. Whoa. Hey.
You know Eli in the mix, right?
Quit trying to locate me, they all in my set. It's been gone for a minute, got lost in the blessing. I'm back on the label, please hold all the questions. I'm down 20 pounds, so I might get the flex. And it's destined, you know that I roll with the best of them. Planted them seeds, now my pockets got vegetables. Running your mouth and you way too accessible. Turn on the family, no, that's unacceptable. Not worry about making that quota. Push come to shove, we go back to the soda. I cannot carry the world on my shoulders. Swear that I'm wiser each day that I'm older. Way too fugazi, I'm checking the motives. Came out the mud, now I'm back on the totem. Deep in the cut with no bandages, and they abandoned him. In and out bandos with bandits, it wasn't his character. Ain't too much that he could prove in America. Ran from the law when he hopped on that bus, but he found him a shorty. She gave him a son, now his son is a boss. Spending that bread, but I'm saving the loss. I need a plaque every time that I floss. Put up the bet, reconsider the cost. It's true he a Christian, you never should cross. That's facts. Haters been playing Houdini, but showing they colors and come back too needy. Close to the lamb, I ain't talking about CD, but just like your CD won't never repent. Really a dog with a lot of my mental. Not trying to be famous, you Jenner, you Kindle. Work to the bone, cause they never been brittle. Was years in the making, I made an example.
Hey guys, real quick, I just want to tell you why I'm going to be using two different primers. I like to use the E.L.F. Hydro Grip on my cheeks and this part of my face because it really helps with transfer. Like your cheeks, your chin and stuff like that is the most that you touch in terms of like what you touch on your face throughout the day. And then I use the Primed and Pore-less by Too Faced on my forehead because it helps it keeps it really matte. I tend to have like oily skin on my forehead and stuff like that, so I like to use that primer to kind of keep my forehead as dry as possible, a healthy glow if you will. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know why I'm doing that. Oh, and by the way, you'll probably notice that I don't tend to color correct. I don't usually feel like I have to because the foundations that I go for a lot of times tend to be full coverage. So I don't find that I really need to color correct. But if I did, this may be a tip to you. Other than like my birthmark, that mole, whatever, I would go over like a couple spots on my cheek and then my upper lip area, just FYI. But I don't, but if you have spots similar to mine, then I would say color correct. I personally would prefer to color correct with a concealer and not with the orange based color corrector. I find, well, in my experience using orange based color correctors, it either will make my foundation look patchy or orange, and the concealer tends to blend better under foundation.
Eli, you doing too much. Foot on their necks and the foot on the clutch. If it go up, then you know that it's stuck. Got on my side, you gon' know it ain't luck. Shout out Gianna's about to go buck. Let off a round in your interest a duck. I got a lot, but it's never enough. Never get scared when the ante go up. How can I give you the recipe? Dipped in the sauce and I gave them what's left of me. All of my dogs to the left of me, that's a necessity. Pray the Lord give them longevity. Knife in the back made a better me. That's in my pedigree, vowing to kill them respectfully. Life at the top, my expectancy. I just became what I had to be.
The kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. From Miami all the way to Chicago, we taking no breaks.
And I ain't taking no breaks. Hit a big bro on the line, say I'm out to the shot, cause they know how we get in that pain. Link with the gang, that's on the bike. Pull up, we ain't going for nothing. Know how it go, it's no slack how we coming. Step in that spirit, that work it determined. That demons who thinking they creeping, I'm beating that flesh till it ain't nothing left. Oh man be tripping, he won't catch me slipping. No gang, I be putting that flesh back to death. Give you my all, Christ I'm a ball. He give me right even when I go left. You hit a call, fresh out the cross. Surrender to him and you humble yourself. Spirit in me, I don't back out. I give them truth in the trap house. Bibles on deck, we gon' pass out. Rich off the faith, bring the stack out. We be doing it, that's a max out. It's a bag on your head, don't you crap out. Put the cross on your back, what's a tap out? Sonic cartel, how you do that? Give it to Christ where the pew at. Head to the streets, give them truth that. Be giving them life, never knew that. From city to city, pull up on my brothers. His grace got us covered, we say then we sin. Kingdom is near, we don't have any fear. Trust in the Son for your sin and repent. Yeah. And I ain't taking no breaks. Hit a big bro on the line, say I'm out to the shot, cause they know how we get in that paint. Live with the gang, that's on the body. Pull up, we ain't going for nothing. Know how it go, it's no slack how we coming. Step in that spirit, that word get the double.
Back to back smoking demons like ashes. Watch them disappear like me and Tail doing magic. Nailed to the Christ, put my flesh in a casket. It's level, shorty, devil ain't in our bracket. We hit the church, the spirit filled, plus we fast. That Bible on me, devil can't catch us lacking. Gorillas and killers, it don't really matter. We preach the gospel on the block like a pastor. Church in them trenches, I can't go back, you know the devil itching. Me and Cartel at the lake of hill fishing. We on a mission, flipping souls like a gymnast. That solid rock, like we fresh out the kitchen. I never fold, got the spirit with me, doing the dash like a Porsche. I was still a shorty when I hop off that porch. I was fighting them demons, gave my life to the Lord. Son.
Yeah, and I ain't taking no breaks. Hit a big bro on the line, say I'm out to the shot, cause they know how we get in that paint. Link with the gang, that's on the body. Pull up, we ain't going for nothing. Know how it go, it's no slack how we coming. Step in that spirit, that word get the dumping.
We're taking no risks. Cartel, take no risks. Son, take no risks. Continue to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ all over the globe. Jesus is rich. Take no risks.
Hey guys, I'm getting ready to do the eyeshadow, so I'm going to start with my Jaclyn Hill palette. So I am going to use like a orangish transitional color in my fluffy blending brush. The fluffy blending brush is going to help keep the eyeshadow light and blend it pretty easy. And I'm just putting this from the inner corner just before the arch of my eyebrow. I'm not going to take it all the way. This is just to kind of tone down the concealer that we put under the eyebrow and kind of connect all the eyeshadow together. So I'm going to start with that palette. Then I'm going to move on to the Juvia's Place excuse me, the Juvia's Place Berry palette. I think this is a sample palette. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to use that pink that I just showed you. But for this one, I'm going to do it directly in the middle. So like where the arch of my eyebrow is, I'm going to put it in my crease. So I'm going to blend that pink with the into my crease. So it's going to go like orange, pink, and then it's going to be a deeper pink violet type of color, or magenta type of color. But same brush, no need to change the brush. It's fine. Just, use the same one.
Christian comeback season.
Alright, so same palette, Juvia's Place Berry palette. I'm going in with like a darker pink purple, like I said, magenta, and then I'm going to put this at the tail end. So if you notice, we went orange, pink into like a pink purple. And I'm only working in the crease right now. I'm not even working on the lid. So just focus on putting this in the crease, and then we're going to take our LA Girl Pro Concealer and cut the crease. I think I'm going to end up using the Pure Beige in the Pro Concealer. So, and then once I get to the eyelid, I don't want to talk too much, so I'm telling you ahead of time. Once I get to the eyelid, after I cut this crease, I'm going to follow the same order with the same colors. Does that make sense? So once I start applying eyeshadow, I'm still going to use the pink. I'm still going to use that violet, pink, magenta color. The inner corner of the eye, I'm going to go in with like a nude white from the Juvia's Place, the Coffee Shop palette. That's just the lightest shade in that palette. By the way, I started outlining a full crease, but I actually ended up wanting to do a half crease. So but when I decided that, it was already kind of too late. But if you want to do a half crease, just don't go all the way to the end, or if you do, just take one of your like blending brushes or concealer brushes and blend out the crease at the tail end if you don't want a full crease. This part is self-explanatory, so I'm gonna stop talking now. Okay, I'll be back.
This time it be different, I'm putting myself to the side, cause I wanna behold all your glory. Looking for Nemo too deep in them waters, get lost in the world like I'm Dory. Ain't none of that capping and none of my rapping. I keep it a buck when I tell you what happened. If you're not with it, just split like a fraction, cause we on the move and we gaining that traction. Speak out, he took my sins to the cross with a beat out. Water and air from the spit, that's a bleed out. Walked on the water, disciples they freak out. Started the work so it's something he see out. Close to the edge, about to jump off the deep end. Fell on my eyes so I couldn't see. All in my sin in them clubs I was freaking. The love through the sun, brought the chains on my feet. Yeah, yeah. Covered in blood, it be making me new. That's all we know when we cooking the stew. Christ crucified, then he rose out the tomb. Yeah. Link with the body, deliver the truth. Commission be great, we would sit to recruit. Talk it be cheap, but if it's special, you know that we own that. If you tell me to go, I'ma slide about it for the glory of Christ, then you know that. Stand firm on the rock, we gon' die about it. If it's special, you know that we own that. If you tell me to go, I'ma slide about it for the glory of Christ, then you know that. Stand firm on the rock, we gon' die about it, we gon' die about it.
I'ma slide by mine and ride by mine too, you understand what I'm saying? Big skip dog. Sound like Jill Scott's supposed to be on there.
Look. Like Percy Miller, we bout it. Wifey two-timing me, boy, I doubt it. I got faith, I got grace, I talk to the mountain. Planted seed in the concrete, the harvest sprouted. I'm on my jack and the beanstalk. Kill my giants, Goliaths that feed off. My rebellion, defiance, unclean talk. Don't play golf, got the enemy teed up. Hold it, living my life like it's golden. Just playing the cards I was holding. Died in Christ, I'm another dead poet. Like Robin Williams, the ops will drill you. If the goons don't get you, then the pride to kill you. Or the cops appeal you, over paraphernalia. Some say time, but only God can heal you. Devil wanna see us in the tomb. We applying pressure to the wounds. Felt the spirit enter in the room. It was drawn out, no cartoons. I can't repay all the things that he did. Put the wolf on my eye, readjusting my wig. I know the enemy diabolic. Now the slave to my sin, it's been abolished.
If it's pressing, you know that we own that. If he tell me to go, I'ma slide about it for the glory of Christ, and you know that. Stand firm on the rock, we gon' die about it, we gon' die about it.
These scribes and these Pharisees have been conspiring to bury me. Wifey need clarity. Sometimes I wonder why she married me. Cause I'm a die, need a therapy. Love is a rarity. Life ain't no joke, this ain't a parody. You can't repeat it like a parakeet. I say to you rarely. It ain't no profit without charity. Hey yo, with all due sincerity, RP to Poppy. Why come nobody ain't adopt me? How come my daddy never got me? I'm looking for a copy. Touching these women was a hobby. That sex drive with jalopy. Time's getting hostile. I'm appalled like the apostle. Not so many preaching the gospel. The Bible ain't a novel. The church looking like a brothel. Blood in my eyes and my nostrils. Yeah. I've been feeling ungodly. My decisions ain't soundly. Lord, take hold of my body. I've been feeling ungodly. My decisions ain't soundly. Lord, take hold of my body. Feeling ungodly. Ain't been in church in a minute. I know my heart just ain't in it. Plus the preacher long and then Lord forgive me, I've been sinning. Last time I repented, the president was still in Senate. I can see the devil grinning. Sometimes felt like you winning. It's nothing like that I intended. Sick and tired of pretending. Bridge burn can't mend it. The only thing I want is vengeance. All of my enemies been praying I don't prosper. I don't know who really a friend or imposter. Playing roles, nominate them for an Oscar. Used to praise them, now they doing mantras. Condo looking like a brothel. Popping bottles was the motto. Lord, I need you on a pronto. I've been under corrupt counsel.
So I did my wing liner off camera. Right here in this moment, I decided I wanted like a white glitter or sparkle metallic, I guess, color in the inner corner eye. So that's what you see me doing. I'm just putting a little bit of metallic over it. You can't really see it from this point of view because my lighting is so bright, so it's kind of washing it out, but you'll be able to see it at the end. Yeah.
You know Eli in the mix, right?
Quit trying to locate me, they all in my set. It's been gone for a minute, got lost in the blessing. I'm back on the label, please hold all the questions. I'm down 20 pounds, so I might get the flex. And it's destined, you know that I roll with the best of them. Planted them seeds, now my pockets got vegetables. Running your mouth and you way too accessible. Turn on the family, no, that's unacceptable. Not worry about making that quota. Push come to shove, we go back to the soda. I cannot carry the world on my shoulders. Swear that I'm watching. out the mud, now I'm back on the toad. I'm deep in the cut with no bandages, and they abandoned him. In and out bandos with bandits, it wasn't his character. Ain't too much that he could prove in America. Ran from the law when he hopped on that bus, but he found him a shorty. She gave him a son, now his son is a boss. Spending that bread, but I'm saving the loss. I need a plaque every time that I floss. Put up the bet, reconsider the cost. It's true, he a Christian, you never should cross. That's facts. Haters been playing Houdini, but showing they colors and come back too needy. Close to the lamb, I ain't talking about CD, but just like your CD won't never repeat. Really a dog with a lot of my mental, not trying to be famous. You Jenna, you Kindle. Work to the bone, cause they never been brittle. Was years in the making, I made it look simple. Eli, you doing